The story begins in the realm of Kangming, where the four immortals established their sect. No disciple has ever reached the 99th step of the Jade Heaven Stairs, nor has anyone passed the 9 Heavens Tribulation Annihilation Array set by their Empress Lizhan. But today, history will be rewritten, because our MC is trying to attempt it right now. To break the formation, he needs to consume 23,333 rage points. He is almost breaking the formation at 80%. And now that he has reached the top and completely hit the 100%, he disperses the formation spell barrier. And it is breaking. After the barrier breaks, a gravitational aura sends him back to the ground. He says that he is so tired, and he thinks that it means that he passed the four immortals' assessment. Suddenly, someone asks him how he passed their test. He wonders who it is and says that he remembers that it is those who reside in the realm of Kangming. He asks who it is and wonders if it is the four immortals of Kangming. He asks himself if this girl is his future master, because she does not seem much older than him. The girl asks him to answer her questions first, and says that, at his current cultivation level, and at the body refinement first stage, it is impossible for him to climb the Jade Heaven Stairs, and she also asks him how his body withstood her sister's 9 Heavens Tribulation Annihilation Array. She seems confused by him. He says to her that she saw it with her own eyes, didn't she? The system pops up and says to him that he needs to be careful what he says, otherwise he will be punished by heaven and die immediately. He says that he understands, and he keeps it a secret. He didn't expect that. But anyway, the girl thinks that he passed because the Jade Heaven Stairs and the formation have been neglected for so long that they broke. He panics and pretends that he doesn't know. The girl says to him that she will go and report it to her sister and orders him not to move from there. He replies that he understands, he thinks perverted things, and says that the girl was so tight and it was nice. The girl leaves, and he wonders if his future masters really want to know how he broke their formation and how he should explain it to them. The system tells him that he needs to look at their immortal condensing pool, and explains that it is an ancient sacred spring, condensed from the essence of the cold moon. It takes 10 years to form a drop, and it can strengthen the essence and preserve vitality. He doesn't want to miss this opportunity and wastes no time. He takes off his clothes and jumps into the pool. His cultivation rises up. A few minutes later, the girl is with her sister to report what happened. Her sister asks her if she met the apprentice. She says that she met him and says that he was a handsome pervert. Just kidding. She also wants to report something about that. Her sister asks what it is. There are 2 other sisters who ask what it is. She doesn't need to be shy and speaks directly. They ask why she is stuttering and wonder what it is. She says that the MC was really strange and says that his body was just at the body refinement first stage, but he managed to climb their Jade Heaven Stairs. She also says that he inexplicably broke their 9 Heavens Tribulation Annihilation Array. She asks her sister if it is possible. Her sister says that if that is the case, their disciple must be 1 in a million, with such extraordinary luck, and asks her what she thinks. She is irritated by her tale, and holds it while saying that she suspects the MC is cheating, or there was a mistake in their 9 Heavens Tribulation Annihilation Array due to its long disuse. Her sister says to her that their 9 Heaven Tribulation Annihilation Array doesn't make mistakes. She says that she just means that the MC is too out of the ordinary. Her older sister says that since he passed their assessment, he is their disciple now. She is so excited and can't wait to meet their little disciple right now. She hugs her. A moment later, she is back there and shouts loudly, asking where he is. She told him not to wander around. He shows up at the pool. The girl is so mad and furious at him. He says to her that she is back, and that he didn't expect that his 2 other masters are there too. The little girl is so angry at him that he dares to bathe in their immortal condensing pool. She is going to explode with anger. He wonders why the little girl is so angry at him, and it seems that she has a short temper. He suddenly gets an idea to make her even more furious. He starts to rub his back with his towel and asks what is wrong with him taking a bath. He says that he values his cleanliness, and he always showers every day. Not only does he do that, he also wants to bathe and scrub always. He says to the system that he is risking his life to provoke others and asks it not to let his effort go to waste. The little girl is now more furious, and her temper hits the rage limit. The system congratulates him for angering the little girl. The 9 leaves sword god Yan Yuo, and gaining 9,000 anger points. The system reminds him that at the same time, due to his shameless behavior, the system is giving him a divine extermination technique that can empty-handedly defend against a blade and completely resist any attack of his enemy. The cooldown time is 7 hours, and it can last for 1/4 of an hour. He wonders if the technique is a bit weak for him. The system tells him that it is absolutely correct, and it is only those who use it will know. He says that the system is provoking too much hatred, and asks it if he didn't say that the reward depends on the degree of provocation. He says that he is standing in front of 4 Kangming fairies, and he needs something more impressive, like the divine rod heavenly retribution or something. The system tells him not to underestimate its judgment as a system. The little girl asks him what he is muttering about and tells him to hurry up and get out of their pool. He stands up in the pool while his body is showing off to them. He says that he understands and he is going to come out now. Seeing this, 2 of his sisters are amazed and don't expect that the MC's thing is so big and say that it is not bad. The little girl asks him who told him to stand up and orders him to put on his clothes right now. He covers his eyes like he is ashamed. But anyway, he continues to piss her off and says that she was the one who told him to stand up. He says to her that he is good like that and asks what the problem is. She is full of anger right now and shouts at him so loudly that there is no way he could be their disciple. She gets her sword from her dimension storage and her sister is confused about it. She also casts a powerful sword technique. He sees this and expects it to happen. She releases the sword technique of hers. His sister tries to stop her, but the girl won't stop. She doesn't listen and says that he must die. He says that it is a wonderful technique. The attack is approaching him little by little. He bets that the system's empty-handed against the blade can stop it. He wants to try it and to stop it. The blade lands on him. She can't believe that he is blocking her attack like that while holding the sword with his bare hand. She is so shocked by it. He stops the sword attack of hers. The eldest sister sees it and can't believe his capability either. She orders him to step back. The other sisters notice now and hear what their sister says. But now he fully defends the attack. He says to his master that it was so close and he almost got incinerated, but he eventually blocked it. The little girl can't believe it, and wonders how a body refinement first stage can block her attack. She is so confused by it, the eldest sister calls her. She understands her mistake. He throws the sword and it falls into the pool. The sword flew away through the barrier of their sect. Her eldest sister lectured her and was angry at her. She said that she dared to disobey her order and ordered her to go back and write the Cleansing Heart Sutra 500 times for her mistake and to discipline her. Her expression was so sad. He was congratulated by the system for making the Empress Yuen Jinyad furious. She is destined to dominate the heavens and earth and become unrivaled for all eternity. Because he made her furious, the system rewarded him with a Qiankun divine body. He wondered what it was, and the system explained it to him. The Qiankun divine body is ranked first on the divine body ranking. It grants a 100-fold increase in comprehension and cultivation speed. According to the ancient legends, those who possess the Qiankun divine body will eventually become the ruler of the 3 realms. He was shocked by hearing it, and asked if it was possible. The eldest sister said that to successfully climb the Jade Heaven stairs and pass the 9 Heavens Tribulation Annihilation array of their trial, he would become their direct disciple and the future lord of their Kangming holy city. She said that the matter was settled, and they would announce it publicly in front of their whole sect. She told him to come back with them to Kangming Divine Hall. The second master said that he was a good disciple, and said that in the future she would educate him well and train him hard. She winked at him. His third master said that she would prepare the necessary scrolls for his studies. His fourth master, the little girl, asked why he was still standing around and ordered him to hurry up because he needed to catch up to them. He happily rushed to them and said that he was coming to his beloved masters right away. In the Yunyan Pavilion, the place in the Kangming Divine Temple where the guests are received, his eldest sister told her that before the formal apprentice ceremony, she would be the one who instructed him. She demanded to know why she had to be. She knew that she was not as good as her eldest sister in teaching, so why did she have to be his instructor? He pissed her off while her eldest sister said that it was precisely because the two of them didn't get along that they needed to temper and adjust their characters. She said that it was settled that she had to take him and familiarize him with the Kangming Divine Temple. He didn't have to do the assignment that she gave him for the next few days. She accepted the loss and sat down in the chair. She said that she understood whatever her sister said and would follow her commands. She told him to get up because they were going to start instructing him. She called him a kid. He said that he understood and called her his fourth master. He thought of something bad again to piss her off. He said that it was a good thing that the little girl Bean Bun who loved to get angry jumped up so high, 'cause he can handle her easily. While his fourth master was serious, the third sister wondered why her eldest sister appointed her fourth sister to him. She asked her eldest sister that their fourth sister had a straightforward and simple nature, and said that she was not a match for their little disciple. Her eldest sister told her that their Kangming Divine Temple had been too quiet for the past few years, so this was their chance to inject some vitality and make their temple lively again. She seemed unhappy, but she said that it was a good thing. Her third sister said that their little disciple had many secrets, and said that their life in the future would be very interesting. She was looking forward to it. The eldest sister was also looking forward to it. Outside of the Kongming ground, the two of them were chatting to each other. He asked his fourth master who built the Kongming Temple when she became one of the four immortals, and if his second master was really a fox, he asked why she was ignoring him. She said that she didn't know, and said that he was an annoying kid. She showed him the Chongyun Pavilion where books were placed. He wondered if he had almost finished reading all the books in the outer sect library. He thought that it was a good time to check out a new classic, and asked his fourth master if he could go there right now to read and learn something new. She didn't expect that, and told him that after she showed him around, she still had homework to do, so she didn't have time to wait for him. He didn't expect her reply. She told him that place was the Juxiao Hall Meditation, the Yu Yang Pavilion, her big sister's private residence. He wondered if his thoughts had gone astray. She asked him if he was the son of destiny, and confirmed it to him because she didn't believe it. The system reminded him that it was watching him, so he shouldn't talk nonsense. He understood that and asked her if their focus was not touring the temple. She said that it was, but she only brought true direct disciples for the tour. If he had passed the assessment using any trick, he would bear the consequences. She said that he couldn't withstand a move from her attack. She boasted that her realm was in the refining gods, which was 6 realms and 54 steps higher than him. She asked him if he thought she was a fool. He said that after all, he was the son of destiny. He panicked as he said that, and wondered if she suspected him of using some trick to block her attack without any weapon. But he thought that she had no evidence against him. She asked him if he was sure that he was actually the son of destiny. He replied that he was, and asked why. She didn't believe him and turned around. She said that they had plenty of time to verify it, and she really wanted to see how long the luck of the son of destiny would last. He expected that and panicked about that. He said that a girl who got angry often would enter menopause early. As they were walking, she asked him what menopause was. He said that it was a terminal illness. Those who suffered from it often felt depressed, had surging anger, slept poorly, had acne on their faces, and baldness on their heads. He said that the worst thing was that they might grow a beard and have a flat chest. He pissed her off by saying that his fourth master's chest wasn't big to begin with, so adding her bad temper, he was sure and afraid that it would be hard for her to find a husband. The girl became furious and very angry at him. She told him that she would shrink the day he became shorter and took out her sword. He told her not to forget what their eldest sister, his master, had instructed her, and she needed to be careful not to make her angry again. She was so mad at how annoying he was and said that she understood. She said that it didn't take long for him to learn and to suppress her like a big sister. She held her temper back. He said that as long as it worked, he wondered if the crazy girl seemed to be particularly concerned about the size of her chest. He said that she actually had 5,000 rage points, and she was not so concerned about the threats. He thought that she cared about her physique and wondered if that was the setting. He had an idea and nailed it. He called his fourth master while looking at her like that. She asked him what it was. He said that he thought that it didn't matter if her chest was small, but her butt was also flat. She became more furious at him and got a new sword jade, a warning ruler magnification of hers. She said that no one could stop her right, and she was going to kill him in his mouth. He ran away from her and said that if she caught him, she would cook him alive. After that, he was in the kitchen playing with a knife. He thought that it was excellent that he had a good skill of cooking, and he cooked like a god of the kitchen. He said that he was the best chef of all time. After he finished, he served them his menu. He said that he had finished cooking and serving them. He put his cooked food in front of them one by one. Seeing this, all of them were amazed, and opened the food first for his fourth master. While opening it, it was shining. All of them didn't expect it, because the food that he cooked was spreading so much aura. His second master asked what the light from that was. He said that they needed to eat now. He acted like a man. Well, that's our boy. His eldest masters also said that they needed to start eating then. The four of them started to eat, and when they tasted it, they didn't expect the taste of the food and were shocked. They said that his skill was not bad, and said that the food was so delicious. They said that it had been a long time since they tasted something like that. They said that it was like a fiery sensation, and like the phoenix reborn from the ashes. The third sister said that each bite gave spiritual energy to their bodies, and they couldn't help but stop. It was like the feeling of breaking through a realm. His fourth master said that she understood now that this could bring infinite happiness to people. He thought that she was referring to what he had said to her recently. His eldest masters asked him where he learned those skills of cooking those dishes. He thought that to bring out the perfect freshness of the chicken, they had to delicately stimulate the sweetness it carried. He also said that even after adding the seasoning and the side dishes, the chicken could maintain its original flavor without being overshadowed by the sauce. He told them that it was called love. What an unbelievable answer. His second master touched his face and said that her young disciple was something. She said that she was satisfied with him. He asked his fourth master if he was considered as qualified. She said that he needed to sit down and eat quickly, and after that he had to go back to his room and practice well. After they finished eating, one of his masters went to his room. He thought that based on the information he had, angering or provoking others could earn points. But he couldn't be angered, or else he would lose a significant amount of rage points. He asked the system if he wanted to be completely calm and desireless, and wondered when his function would be unlocked. He asked the system what functions they had. The system said that the basic function could be unlocked in the shop. He was happy about that news, and asked if he could buy anything, and if it included things from his original world, like a cheetah and atomic bombs. The system asked him what he wanted to do. He said that he wanted to snipe accurately from 7 steps away, quick and accurate within 7 steps. He was also curious about which was more powerful, technology or immortal techniques. He wanted to know if they had them or not. The system said that they had them indeed, and explained to him that exchanging for corresponding items consumed corresponding points, and that a large-scale weapon like an atomic bomb might require astronomical points. He asked which was more powerful, an atomic bomb or his fourth master. The system said that its system database currently lacked data for such a comparison, so it couldn't tell him right now, but he could try it in the future. His first master heard that, and he was surprised that his master was there and heard what he said. But his master pretended that she didn't hear it. He was confused and panicked, because he didn't expect that his master was going to his bedroom. His master changed the topic and said that she originally planned to give him an illusion song talisman before their meal, but her plan was disrupted by his delicious food. That was why she came there to give it to him. She said that the talisman was proof of becoming her direct disciple, and it could protect him in a critical moment or in danger. He seemed calm and breathed a sigh of relief that his master didn't hear him. He said that he must have been overthinking. He accepted his master's gift and thanked her for it. She told him that the atomic bomb was not as powerful as her and wanted to show him when the opportunity arose. He had to work hard to see it. He was shocked and didn't expect it. She said that he needed to rest well because he must have many things to know. She had to go and contemplate and disappeared in the air. He wondered if the atomic bomb was not powerful enough for her, and if she understood what it was, he hoped that it wasn't what he was thinking. I think our MC was thinking a perverted thing. Anyway, after that he went to the library, but he forgot the name of it that talked about his fourth master yesterday. He wondered if he was in the right place and blamed his fourth master because she was not a good guide at all for him. On the other side, his fourth and third masters were chatting to each other. His fourth master said that she came up with a few lines that could infuriate him. But his third sister said to her that she was afraid that it was premature to die before achieving success. She better had a tea and calmed her mind. He went to the library and said that it was his first time to go to such a divine library like this, Kangming Divine Temple. After he opened the door, he was shocked and confused. Suddenly, a large tail appeared and took him inside. He shouted for help. Inside, his second master asked him if he needed something from her. He said that he didn't know that this place was her residence. He thought that this was the library. His master said that listening to his tone, he seemed a bit disappointed. He said that he wasn't. He just wanted to go to the library to find a few techniques for his study. Because of yesterday, he didn't recognize the path completely, so he mistook the place. He said that her place was also good, and made an excuse that it was within his visiting plan for her. His master said that he was so fond of learning. He said that it was nothing much and wondered if he had a premonition that something was going to happen. His master approached him and asked him what he was hiding back there. She guessed if it could be that she was too ugly and scared him away. He said that his second master was graceful and elegant, and his master was truly a beautiful person, as beautiful as a hibiscus flower. His master lay on his body, and he didn't expect it, and was shy. He said that his master's tail could form like that, and made an excuse to get away from the situation. His master said that her tail appeared when she was in a good mood, and she didn't expect him to be so literary. She asked him to praise her more. If he could make her happy enough to reveal her 9 tails, she would reward him with some great treasure of hers. He asked what kind of treasure that was. She said that all her elixirs on her shelf were ones she had refined, and they had some solidified essence, nourished vitality, prolonged life, and some could help people break through in their realm. But she said that whatever he wanted, she would give it to him. He said that he would try it. Our MC knew about so many classic poems that he could use, and he started to entertain her. He said that behind her curtains embroidered with lotuses, how he could refuse the temptation of her advances. His master's tale appeared all, and said that his poem worked on her. His master said that his poem was so beautiful. He said that his second master was more beautiful than his poem. She asked him if he was teasing her and grabbed him with her tails. He asked his master what she was going to do to him. She said that he was a smooth talker. So she said that she needed to teach him what it meant to respect his master and follow the right way. He was shocked and couldn't believe it. He asked his master to give him the rewards first, then teach him. He said that he would learn with more enthusiasm. She said that it made sense, and removed her tail from him. She went to his back and said that she would let him get the reward. She used some spell of illusion on him, and asked him which one he wanted, a reward or all of them. She advised him to study her illusion, and said that her technique was so special. Our MC couldn't control himself and said that he wanted to learn it. Meanwhile, his fourth master saw him and asked him what was wrong with him. He thought that he was a psychopath, pervert, lunatic who wanted to score. She asked her sister if she had used an illusion on their disciple. Her sister said that she didn't know what she was talking about while she was laughing. She said that she was teaching him martial arts and asked her fourth sister if she wanted to join them. She asked her why she suddenly came over and asked if she had something to tell. She said that she didn't want to join practicing because our MC might make her more crazy. She said that she was here because their big sister had ordered her to help him get familiar with their environment. She rushed over to him and kicked him in the back. She said that he needed to get up. His back was in pain, and he said that it hurt. He wondered if his second master had such a strong spiritual power, and he had inadvertently fallen for a second for her trick. He said that what happened next to him was a bit regrettable because he didn't get to experience it. His fourth master looked at him like that. He looked up the system and saw that his second master was the top one of the major 3 clans in using illusion. He didn't expect that and was so disappointed about it. His fourth master asked him if he had seen the illusion just now. He said that he didn't see anything because he was interrupted by someone. He asked his second sister to teach him illusion another day, and she said that she would give him her all. Hearing this, he said goodbye to his second master. Now that they left, his second master told him that he could pick any red bottle, but reminded him that he must not touch her purple one. She was curious about what kind of elixir was in the purple bottle. He felt disappointed and regretful to leave. He looked at his master's residence. His fourth master told him that he didn't need to dwell on it, and they needed to go right away. His fourth master told him that his chicken soup that he made yesterday was quite good. He pissed her off again by saying that his master was trying to get on his good side now. He wondered about it. She asked him what he was talking about and said that she was not. She said that she had decided not to quarrel with his disciple, and asked him why he was staring at her. She wondered if he was going to make a move to counterattack her. Our MC thought that the little girl was doing strange things that must have a reason. He thought that she was plotting against him, so he said nothing to her. He said that he liked to go to the library first and asked her to show him the way. She was so confused and disappointed that her plan didn't work. She asked him why he was acting so unusual today, and if he was planning something sinister against her. He thought to himself that she needed to squat and made fun of her in his mind, that she would squat but end up with sore legs. He told her that he only wanted to find their library quickly and asked her to lead the way for him. He told her that she should guide him because he was still waiting. Seeing this, she suddenly became furious and stepped in front of him. She said that he was truly clumsy and said that she had shown him around yesterday. She reminded him that if he couldn't remember that simple thing, how he could learn from them in the future. He said that he was so foolish and asked her to work hard a bit. He wondered if the conditions changed and strategies evolved, and if he was a wild king who could handle him casually. The two of them continued going to the library, and she guided him to get familiar with their place. She said that that was their library, but she reminded him that just because he could understand scriptures outside, it didn't mean that he would understand everything in their library. He told her that some people of their sect had reached the transcendent realm, so it was not different for him. He laughed and started to piss her off again by saying useless words that the clumsy bird should fly early. She was so annoyed by it and started to get mad at him again, but she held herself back. The two of them were in the library and came in. He said that their library needed oiling. She noticed that her third sister was there and our MC didn't expect it. He saw her alone reading books. She rushed to say hello to her and greet her. His third master ignored him. He was confused about it. His fourth master told him that he didn't need to worry because when her third sister was focused on reading a book, she tended to ignore people. She told him that he needed to come with her. Although she didn't come there often, she was quite familiar with that place. He said that he didn't believe her. He followed his fourth master. His fourth master said that if she remembered correctly, her 9 directions technique was on this shelf. He took it. He complained that they had spent half an hour and she had found only that. He wondered if she was actually supposed to be familiar with their place. Hearing that, she got angry at him. I think she was ashamed. She said that he was verbose and made an excuse that she had to take it first. She said that it was called being prepared. He laughed at her and said that she even knew how to make a joke and use idioms. Suddenly he noticed something while his master was talking. She had placed it there and said that she couldn't find it. He saw the diary of his master on the floor and grabbed it. It was her 9 directions sword technique. He couldn't believe what he saw. His master's technique was thrown on the ground. He said that it was so painful and cried in happiness. His third master suddenly appeared behind him and said that the book was off limits. He was surprised and shocked when he saw his third master. She said that she didn't notice him arrive at the library because she was focused on her book. She asked him what he had in his hand. His fourth master noticed her now and asked why she was there. She said that it was the right timing because she couldn't find her book, and our MC hid the book. She asked her sister if she had seen her book because she remembered that she had placed it on that shelf. Our MC hid behind his third master, and his third sister said that if she remembered correctly, his little sister's book was the 9 directions sword. She said that someone had borrowed it. Our MC panicked when he heard that. His fourth master said that it was okay then and forget it. Our MC started to hide the book in his clothes while his 2 masters were chatting. His third master asked them why they were there. She said that their disciple wanted to find some books, so she brought him here. Suddenly the system popped up and he was shocked by it. His third master asked him what books he was looking for and if they were scriptures or techniques. He said that he wanted to find some advanced techniques. She thought about it and suddenly cast a spell to get all the advanced techniques and recommended him to take a look at that book first and read it before practicing it. He thanked her, and she said that if he had any difficulty, he could come to her and ask her anything. He said that he would be quiet and he wouldn't disturb her. He suddenly grabbed his fourth master and said that they needed to go. He said that he wanted to read a book and asked to leave first. She didn't accept it. She said goodbye to her third sister and said that they were leaving. Her third sister told her that she needed to study more and not keep writing mistakes. Our MC told his master that she had ruined his plan. It was because his third master had criticized her spelling. She told him that he had just come and didn't understand his third sister's implied meaning. She said that her words were an expulsion order for them. If he stayed longer, he would be turned into an ice sculpture. She told him not to ask her how she knew that. He asked her if she was just too sensitive. She said that if he didn't believe her, he could try it. If she froze him and ignored something she considered unimportant, then she wouldn't come to save him. Our MC believed that his master's words were true when he heard how sincere she was. She also warned him not to provoke his third master, especially when she was focusing on something. She said that if he spread her spelling mistakes, she would roast him until he became golden brown. She also said that she would sprinkle him with cumin and throw him into the forest of the demon. He laughed at that and said that if he wanted to keep it a secret, he had to pay a price, or otherwise he might accidentally let it spread to all his masters. He said that it seemed that it wouldn't look good. Her temper flared up again, and she said that she would give him a deadline. She wouldn't stop him if he dared. The system congratulated him for continuously provoking his master, and a mission unlocked an internal assessment. The reward was that he could choose a heaven-level technique or a magical treasure. The punishment was unknown. He wondered what would happen if he failed. He ignored his master and asked him why he was murmuring. He asked if he had heard his threat clearly.